Greetings of peace. How y'all doing? All right, so there's never a dull moment, I must say, but I'm going to continue to give gratitude for being here. All right, so again, or welcome. Thanks for coming. My name is Goddess. I'm coming on here today to come to you with another chapter from Sacred Woman. Today we are going to go into chapter 6 of Sacred Woman, which actually begins on page 143. Um, and it is for the Sacred Words Altar Work. This chapter is dealing with sacred words. The ancestors that you can pay homage to are Zora Neale Hurston, Margaret Walker, and Maya Angelou. The elders that are listed are Toni Morrison, Camille Yarabo, Nikki Giovanni, and and the contemporaries are Edwidge Danticat, Jessica Care Moore. Okay, so on page 143, excuse me, I do this like every time, but let's go ahead and y'all like my color orange I'm wearing today? I thought I needed to, do a little shimmy shimmy for pebbles. So I did. Um, I came on here naked. I didn't even got my jewelry on, but that's okay. So either way it goes. So before we get started, just do a quick breath work, right? And also pay homage to our ancestors. So I'm gonna give you your moment to call on your ancestors. I am going to call out, and just initiate it for us all and start with breath work. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. I got on this dress, so I'm kind of sitting like, cross-legged. But either way, sit up nice and tall as you can, as straight as you can. Make sure your spine is in good alignment, right? And once you get to that nice seated position, take a moment and give thanks. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and exhale. We're going to do 2 more breaths of just taking deep breaths in and exhaling slowly through the mouth. Take another deep breath in, last one in through the nose. And when you feel that your lungs are at full capacity, take 1 more sip. And then exhale slowly through the mouth. All right. So that is just going to be our breath work startup. Now we're going to get a little bit more deeper into it. We're going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall, and we're going to inhale positivity and exhale negativity. Because sometimes you gotta tell the universe what you really exhaling, what you letting go, what you're releasing. Otherwise, you just be inhaling, exhaling, and just keeping some of the same stuff, right? So for your next one, set some intention, right? So we're going to inhale some more positivity. You got it. And then exhale any negativity. Okay. So on page 143 at the bottom, or at the beginning of the page, it says Sacred Words Altar Work. Face your heart to the east, to the rising sun, right? So go ahead and get your altar set up if you haven't, right? And that way, when you're doing your altar work and when we're getting ready to call out on our ancestors or, give homage to our ancestors, your altar is already set up. So if you have time, go ahead gather the items that are located on page 143, set up your altar. And if you don't have some of this stuff, a bowl of water, a white candle, and an incense of your choice will work just fine for a temporary altar, sage or Palo Santo. Okay, so yeah, I got my light. It's kind of looking at my guitar. Thank you for your patience. All right. So now that I am giving life, um, you know, so yeah, what we are going to do now is go ahead and pay homage to our ancestors. So I'm going to call on my ancestors, and I pay homage to my ancestors in the north, the south, the east, and the west. Okay, so we can repeat that. I pay homage to my ancestors in the north, the south, the east, and the west. Or you can say, I call on my ancestors in the north, the south, the east, and the west, right? After you do that, uh, go ahead and call out some of your ancestors' names. Again, ancestors are people who have transitioned into the afterlife and are watching over you and continuing to protect you and standing with you, sitting beside you, and walking the walks of life when you actually think you're alone. You got ancestors out here, right? So call on those people, call on those ancestors' names. If you have a plant and you have some purified water, you can pour libations for your ancestors, and it brings another sense of spirituality to this segment. But you want to make sure when you are doing your sacred work or you are starting these rituals that you always make sure you do this with your ancestors, right? You also want to make sure you are honoring the divine light within you. All right, so call on those ancestors. Again, the ancestors that we will be working with today are Zora Neale Hurston. So I'm going to pay homage to Zora Neale Hurston and Maya Angelou. Y'all know I love me some Maya, right? So once you have taken your time, you can pause this. Once you have taken your time to pay homage to your ancestors, meet me on page 144, Gateway Sacred Words, Daily Spiritual Observances. And we are working with the gateway element of air. All right, in the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word began anew, the womb, the first primordial waters. The sacred words rule the throat center. The sacred words initiation eliminates communication problems and blocks in the expression of your creativity. It eradicates the expression of destructive, debilitating words that lessen self and others. The sacred word initiation gives you the power to communicate honestly, creatively, and holistically throughout every aspect of your life. The sacred words initiation teaches you to speak words that build, rejuvenate, and heal self and others. Gateway 1 Sacred Word Works will help you to eliminate sacred word blockages, thyroid problems. Y'all gonna catch all these bloopers today, right? Problems, bronchitis, throat blockage, laryngitis. The spiritual exercise of ascension are to be performed daily for 7 days. The number for the spirit. So if you didn't catch that, the number for the spirit is 7. And we are to practice this for 7 days, okay, this sacred word. They will awaken your inner gateways of divinity so that you may come to your full sacred center, the spiritual bath. A bath with eucalyptus essential oils heal the respiratory system and throat. It attunes you to the power of Tahuti. If you don't know who Tahuti is, please do you some research and see if Tahuti resonates with you. Also, if Tahuti doesn't resonate with you, look into uh, different religions to see which other leader, if you will say, will resemble Tahuti to you and how that really resonates, right? Guardian of the spoken word and promotes honest, reliable, and successful communication or creative expressions. Since eucalyptus is a strong essence, use it sparingly. 1 or 2 drops only on the body. When bathing, add 4 to 6 drops or no, not of, but not or, but of eucalyptus oil to your bath water. Remember, don't add the oil to your bathtub until your bathtub is almost full. Your altar. Set up your sacred altar on the first day of your entry into this gateway. Y'all, I do not have my music and it's kind of bothering me, but I also realize, small break, I also realize that the music kind of overpowers my voice, so maybe it's a good thing, but I enjoy the music because it just provides me a sense of calm. So, yeah, set up your sacred altar work on the first day of your entry into this gateway. You may set up your altar according to your own spiritual or religious beliefs. And it says, see page 26. Sit quietly and meditatively before your altar on the floor, on a pillow, or in a chair. Also, add a few drops of eucalyptus to your baptism bowl on your altar and sprinkle a few drops around your prayer space. Anoint with eucalyptus oil. Select only pure essential oils, which means don't use any blended oils, right? Sometimes you can go to the herbal store and they will have eucalyptus oil, but the eucalyptus oil will be blended with canola oil. I hope y'all ain't buying no eucalyptus oils blended with canola oil. That's mad trash. But it will just be blended with other oils, and it's just not 100% pure. Use eucalyptus oil to anoint your crown, your forehead, your heart of compassion and divine love, the womb area, the bottom of your feet, to spiritually align yourself to step out into your power. This is beautiful, right? Um, promise and faith and the palms of your hand to make everything you touch become more sacred. Anoint your throat to support sacred communication and to heal all energy blockages at the throat. These are also important places to sage, right? To sage and Palo Santo and to clear yourself. Like, I've had many spiritual teachers, and each one of them has recommended this particular flow of clearing, and it works. So make sure that you are also Palo Santo and you're saging or copaling or whatever your choice of clearing your spiritual self is. Make sure you are also following these guidelines that she so eloquently provides here in the Sacred Woman book. 3, opening the gateway. To invoke each gateway, spiritual guardian, you may use whatever words pour from your heart. For example, here's a prayer that might be used at Gateway 1. Sacred and divine Tahuti, spiritual guardian of the gateway of sacred words, please accept my deepest gratitude for your healing presence on my altar and in my life. Thank you for your guidance and inspiration and for your love and blessings, and please accept my love and blessings in returns. Hetepu or Ashe or Hallelujah or whatever you choose to utilize to end your prayers, right? As you offer your prayers, simultaneously shake, ring, or beat or rattle a sacred instrument. So, to awaken the Netaru that is indwelling. So, another thing that, well, I be ready to share so much, right? But one of my teachers informed me that negative energies sometimes really like the quiet, So if you shake or make a little noise, then it's harder for those energies to be in your space. So gotta rattle. Libation. Pour a libation for the sacred words gateway from a special cup or sprinkle water from a bowl onto the earth or into a plant as you call out, giving praise and adoration. Pour libations as you say, all praise and adoration to the spiritual guardian, to Hootie, the protector of the sacred word and divine intelligence. Pour a libation as you say, all praises and adoration to the ancestor mothers of the sacred word, Zora Neale Hurston, Margaret Walker, and Maya Angelou. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to the elders of the sacred word, Toni Morrison, Camille Yarbrough, and Nikki Giovanni. Pour a libation as you say, all praise and adoration to my divine self and my contemporary divine sisters, Edwidge Danicat and Jessica Care Moore, the sacred word. Who honor the sacred word, excuse me. Sacred woman spirit prayer. Ring a bell or play another sacred instrument at the beginning and end of this prayer. As you open your palms to the sacred spirit or gently place them over your heart. Recite. Sacred woman spirit prayer. Sacred woman in the making. Sacred woman reawaken. Sacred spirit, hold me near, protect me from all harm and fear. Beneath the stones of life, direct my steps in the right way as I journey. Through the vision, sacred spirit, surround me in your most absolute perfect light. Anoint me in your sacred purity, peace, and divine insight. Bless me truly, bless me as I share this sacred life. Teach me, sacred spirit, to be in tune with the universe. Teach me how to heal with the inner and outer elements of air, fire, water, and earth. Then give a little shake to that rattle or bell, as she points out in the beginning. So a bell will do just fine if you have one. And it could be one of those little silver, little dingling bells that you get. You can get them from a spiritual store for sure. I've seen some in Walmart, Target. mm, they might actually have some at Michael's because it's a craft store, and sometimes they'll have like little trinkets like that. Maybe building a birdhouse. Once birdhouse have a little bell in it. I don't know, but definitely check that out. Get you a bell, get you a rattle, get you some type of sacred instrument to further your sacred woman journey. Sacred word prayer. Ring bells, beat drums, or play another instrument at the beginning and ending of this prayer. It's a lot of praying today, okay? We just got to get our praise on, right? Divine Creator, assist me in speaking Hakua, word of power. May my words be anointed. May my words not damage a soul. Divine Mother, help me to speak words that heal, words that empower, words that build, words that transform. Help me guard, I almost said guide. Help me guard my words so no venom passes my lips and no destruction results from my speech. Rather, may my words impart light to souls who are seeking your face. If my words show me to be out of divine right order, may my mind and mouth be cleansed. Help me to not speak words that break down the divine in me or in my sister or my brother, my mate, my child, my elders, or my ancestors. Divine Creator, please place words upon my lips that make my voice disperse sacred medicine. May my words be lotus blossoms that encourage all the souls I meet to reach for greater heights. May my words speak with your breath and sing your sweet song of life. Because of the words and the evolved tones that I utter, may goodness follow me all the days of my life. Ooh, that's really close. That ending right there to Psalms 23. Just saying. So chant Hesi. Ooh, the Hesi is the first language. Meteru, Matu Neder 4 times. I am a sacred woman. Nukpu Neteru Hamet. Fire breaths. So prepare for your fire breaths by slowly inhaling 4 times and exhaling 4 times. Then, when totally at ease, begin your fire breaths. Inhale deeply, like a pump through your nostrils as you expand the breath down into the abdomen, then back up to the chest and exhale fully out as your abdomen contracts in and your lungs release your breath completely. Repeat this breath rapidly, releasing your breath completely in and out. Allow each deep fire breath rapidly inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils to represent the opening of the thousand lotus petals of illumination and radiance that lead to Nefer Atum, the ultimate African lotus station of divinity. We begin with 50 to 100 breaths in Gateway 0. We move to 200 breaths in Gateway 1. At each new gateway, you will add 100 more fire breaths until by the 9th gateway, you are performing 1,000 breaths of power and light. So I did a meditation for this, which I will upload to the Discord for you all to follow along with, just for some fire breaths. But in case you need to see like a visualization, right? Fire breaths. Ooh, on the spot, about to get hot. So fire breaths will look and sound like this. So it's like you're breathing in really quickly and exhaling quickly through your nose, but you're also making sure when you inhale, the belly expands and the stomach contracts on the exhale. So you want to control that breath as best as you can, all right, and really focus on it, which is why when we do our slow breathing, I instruct you to breathe in and expand the belly and exhale, contract the belly. So that way, when we get to our fire breaths, you are already breathing properly. Your pranayama is already in its best effect, and hopefully you've been breathing that way or attempting to breathe that way throughout your day or practicing good pranayama, right? I also don't know why I keep saying right. So I'm going to do my best to cut that out of here, okay? Gateway 1, Sacred Words Meditation. Increase the length of time you spend in meditation every 7 days. The longer you remain in meditation, the deeper your inner peace will be and the more solid your that's a B, your Ba spirit will become. The cleaner your body temple, the sooner you will be able to live permanently in a state of peace and inner balance in your meditative state. So she goes through, let me just read, right? Out is ad living, right? Breathe Tahuti, the guardian of sacred words and divine intelligence, into your mind and your heart, and purge out mental chatter, toxic speech, and word blockages that create confused speech. Now breathe in 4 counts and out 4 counts 7 times, so that the power of the words you speak may heal yourself and all others as you meditate on the color yellow. Yellow. Everybody likes yellow. Everybody likes yellow. My app Feather Meditation. I uploaded this to the Discord, the app Feather Meditation. So follow into that. And then the color visualizations. Now she talks about herbal tonics at point number 10. Drink eucalyptus herbal tea. Parts use the oil of the leaves. Helps to open the throat center to enhance clear expression and creativity. Use your eucalyptus tea or tonic for 7 days to receive the full benefits of tuning into Gateway 1. Drink your herb tea in your favorite mug during or after spiritual writing. Y'all know what I'm about to say. That means, girlfriend, go get your mug that you wrote, your intentions, your gratitude water, or your I am a goddess cup. Go grab that and sip from that, okay? Your eucalyptus or herbal tonic. Preparation. So she goes through how to prepare the tea. Use 1 tea bag to 1 cup of water. Boil in a glass, clay, or stainless steel pot. Turn off flame. Y'all know how to make tea, right? So if you don't, read it right there. It's on page 146. You got this. And she got you. Flower essences. Ooh. Flower. All right, so to deepen your experience of Gateway 1, choose from the following flower essences. Take 4 drops 4 times per day directly on or under the tongue, or add the same amount to a small glass of purified water and sip. For instructions on how to choose flower essences, see page 32. Then she provides you with some like calendula, contacting the healing power of the word, using words as positive healing forces, cosmos, speaking with clarity and depth when speech tends to be too rapid or inarticulate, trumpet vine, clarity and vitality in verbal expression, snapdragon, addresses issues of lashing out using biting or cutting words, support emotionally balanced communication. I know a few people who could use that, and if I tried to bring them to them, they would curse me out. So I just know a few people that could really use that, right? So then she also has flower essence heather, addresses problems of self-absorption, excessively talking about one's problems. Larch, confidence in self-expression, heals the throat, communication and creativity chakra. Number 12, diet. Follow the Sacred Woman transitional dietary practice presented for gateways 1 through 3. Sacred words journal writing. This is best done after internal cleansing, enema, or meditation. When you are cleansed and centered, you can receive spiritual message from the one most high with grace. When you are in the spirit, messages travel down through your spirit mind to your heart, into your hand and onto the paper. This is how I do all my writing. The best time to receive your spiritually inspired written work is after you have completed your altered work, between the hours of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. Keep your journal in a very special pen by or on your altar to work with the power, force, and stillness at the coming of dawn, the hour of Nedhet. And let's be mindful, right, that your ancestor altar and your altar should be two separate altars. In case you didn't know that, right? And then you can set up multiple altars around your space, and they don't have to be extremely elaborate. They don't have to be grand or anything like that. Do what's best for you, but and just make sure they are separate. Okay, so your ancestors should have their own space, and you should have an altar where you know, give praise to yourself in the same way that you give thanks and gratitude and all things beautiful, love, and light to your ancestors. I just wanted to throw that in there. The best time to receive, I already read that. Affirm your daily life. Write in your journal at this time any thoughts, activities, experiences, and interactions that present themselves. You can also write down your visions, desires, dreams, and affirmations so that you will be able to draw on the resources when help and support are most needed. Consult Sesha. I really like that name. If you find that you are not able to contact your inner voice during your journal work, call Sesheta, the keeper and revealer of secrets, who is indwelling to assist and speak through you. To inspire your journal work, place on your altar a rolled up piece of papyrus tied with a ribbon. Slip a pin under the ribbon. A Seneb Freedom Shawl or quilt. Choose a few pieces, and we went over what the quilt is, so read up on number 14. For number 15 is Sacred Woman Tools. Use a tape recorder or video camera to observe how you use your words. See daily spiritual practice. Y'all, that ain't no joke, okay? Like, I talk to people and I find myself like either refraining from something or catching myself from saying something, which is the same thing as refraining. But I'm just more cautious with my words. As I've been practicing, Sacred Woman, as I stated, maybe y'all don't care, but I went through this Sacred Woman before, and it is so awakening, along with reading again, and I'm gonna plug it in again, the Four Agreements. Okay, that is a much shorter read, but it gave way to me being more cognizant of the words I used, how I said things, who I was saying things to. So, I mean, sometimes some things got to be said, you know what I'm saying? But we practice in sacred word. So, practice your sacred word. A sacred reminder. Throughout the week, observe closely the wisdom presented for the gateways you're in for maximum results. Live freely and harmonious with the various systems of wellness and practice the 7-day transformative work at the end of the gateway. Closing sacred words. Mother, Father, Creator, help me to speak sacred words to myself and to all others. It's not always easy. It is not always easy because some people won't try you, and you have to choose you in those moments. And you have to say, you know what? The words you deserve, my higher self is more deserving and a chance to put that energy in a better place. I think that's how I go through a lot of things. Like, yeah, I have the power to cuss you out and tell you all about yourself, but I also have the power to know that me choosing not to engage with you and give you my energy by continuing to exchange words with you, or by speaking negativity out into the universe, creating that negative frequency is allowing me to elevate just a little bit more. So continue to choose you, because choosing you ultimately is like what's best. And if need be, you know, I'm choosing sacred words, y'all. No, like seriously though, like if need be, there's always protection in Psalms, and you know, do what you gotta do. I definitely say that it is the sacred woman's uh, to use this in discernment when she best feels, how this will apply to her. Don't get out here and be too holy, because people try to walk all over you and stomp all over you and talk to you like you're crazy, and then you have to let them know who really is crazy. But keep it pushing. Making the word sacred, is that like contradictory to what I'm talking about right now? I think y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like a beautiful balance that you have to have. Like, you can think you can talk to me crazy, but really you talk to yourself. But I'm choosing peace. I choose peace. People mistake that all the time. It's like, oh, she's so sweet. She ain't gonna do nothing. Ooh, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. But anyways, thousands of years ago, on the walls of their temples, our ancient African Nile Valley ancestors summoned up who we were and who we are by nature in the language of the words of the divine, revealing to us the depths of our sacredness. She has it in the ancient African text, and I'm just going to read the English version. I am a shining being and a dweller in the light, who has created, who has been created, and who came into existence from the limbs of the Creator. I am one of those lights dwelling in the light. Okay, like what else needs to be said? Repeat these words throughout your day to become one with your sacred self. As you speak the sacred words, know that no one can ever take your light away from you. From the source of your light is Netter, our blessed eternal creator. If we embrace our true eternal creator, if we embrace our true sacredness and allow our light to shine, then the suffering earth on which we live shall be healed. With the clarity and the strength of the Creator from which you come, let no place, person, or thing prevent your sacred life from coming forth. For those who would like to speak in the original language of our ancestors, as you read through the nine gateways, the words for sacred woman are Neter Hemet, I am a sacred woman, is Nukpu Neter Hemet. A secret woman is a spiritual woman who relies, did you hear that? A sacred woman is a spiritual woman. Hmm. Can we? Hmm. okay, who relies completely and absolutely on the Creator for all things. A sacred woman is spirit moving. She is natural and pure in all her actions. Through thoughts, ways, and words, she resides in the house of healing and transformation. Inspired by Ned Head, all who enter her aura are healed by her presence. Tell them, you're welcome. When a sacred woman enters a room, the vibrations of the people in the room are raised and filled with light. Due to her sacredness, wherever she walks, the grounds become sacred. She holds no anger, revenge, rage, or strife. In her spirit, she carries the ancient African feathers of Ma'at, which symbolizes truth, justice, and righteousness, indicating that her heart is as light as a feather. Free of malice and disease, the sacred woman feels no pain. Her developed spiritual wisdom, I don't know why I said wisdom, I am not German, means that she allows absolutely nothing to disturb her peace, calm, and grace. She moves in confidence, unfazed by earthly confusion, illusions, or madness because she is certain that the Most High moves and breathes through her being. Throughout this sacred woman's journey of life, she heals all things. A sacred woman is a holy woman, a whole woman. A sacred woman is a spiritual woman who is Netter conscious, God conscious, Allah conscious, Old Dumari conscious, Jehovah conscious, Krishna conscious, Yeshua conscious, grandmother, grandfather, spirit conscious. A sacred woman is filled with light and love of the Most Supreme. And she shares this love brilliantly with whoever enters her life. A sacred woman's love is so fierce, so deep that she can reclaim a man from jail, a homeless person from off the streets, a man who is high and dry, and wrap him up, pack him with clay, scrub him, soak him, steam him, feed him, and pray him into being his true self, a high king. This is the natural power and skill of the sacred woman. No one can compare with her. Mm. Ladies, don't be out here trying to save some of these people who just want to suck you dry. All right. So, as sacred as you are, some people are here just to take it all from you. Use discernment. All right. So, I just want to say that because you are extremely powerful. You have all the healing abilities and all of that is in you. But don't let nobody suck you dry. Sacred word affirmation. As a sacred African woman, I stand firm and empowered by my ancestors with the guidance and blessings of my elders, ancestors, and guardian spirits, my divine sacred Neter. I speak myself into power. Recite these principles aloud daily and claim the power of the word to strengthen your divine role as a sacred woman as you bring a healing spirit from forth on every plane of existence. So repeat these, all right? I am a sacred woman filled with the spirit of the Most High Supreme. I am a sacred woman full of love and grace. I am a sacred woman pure in state. I am a sacred woman spreading healing across the land. I am a sacred woman radiant and bright. I am a sacred woman bringing forth the light. I am a sacred woman moved only in the spirit. I am a sacred woman standing tall and strong. I am a sacred woman, healthy, wealthy, and all wise. I am a sacred woman working magic from my kitchen healing laboratory. I swear I love calling my kitchen my lab. Like, let me finish. I am a sacred woman, a natural beauty in all ways. I am a sacred woman holding no malice for man or woman. I am a sacred woman empowered with freedom and harmony. I am a sacred woman working skillfully with nature's four elements, calling air, fire, water, earth. Come journey with me as we work restoring harmony upon the earth. Let me tell y'all. So I love it when she calls the kitchen the laboratory because I think I told y'all on the last Sacred Woman, like I used to smoke. Okay, so when it was time for me to smoke, I used to be like, girl, I'm about to go step in the lab. And back then my lab was rolling up several blunts. So now I have a different lab. Okay, my lab is my kitchen, but I mean my lab was my kitchen back then, but I just wasn't calling it the lab, the laboratory. Now I'm thinking about Dexter. Anyways, not that killer Dexter, Cartoon Network, Dee Dee and Dexter, just in case somebody was on something else. So, charging your power with sacred words. Think about the affirmations you say daily for your womb because you can speak yourself into wellness just the way you can speak yourself into sickness. Always remember that. So, even if you had a traumatic day, you can change the words around to make your life work for you. Take the higher road. Say, that was a very challenging day, but I am victorious because I am still standing. We choose the words we say, and we must recognize the real power they carry. There could have been a fire in your house, but you chose to say, I still have my life. I have the lives of my children. Give praise that there is something to still give praise about. Suppose you had your womb removed. What words of power would could be affirming? First of all, don't do that. That scared me. I still have my womb spirit. I still have my life. I still have the ability to create. Always look at the higher road. Always look for the word that will help to recharge your spirit. That's the sacred word. You choose and create your word through the words that you speak. So, if you're constantly saying words like, I don't have any, I am tired, I can't make it, my needs aren't being met, I don't have anybody, then you carry all that energy in your body or in your aura. Words like those weigh your spirit down and wear you down. When you are worn down, disease can enter into your energy field and attack your sacred womb. No, no, no. So we have to protect our sacred womb, our sacred seed, by watching our minds. We have to keep our minds up on high, watch the words we speak, and feed our body temple the right words, higher thoughts, and higher foods. One way to do this is by being in communication with high queens who are going in the same direction we are. We can change ourselves, but it will take some time. It takes learning to change your words to reflect the Spirit. It takes your continual prayers and your affirmations and meditations. Think of the martial artists. How did they become black belts? Through discipline. I lost my space. Through consistency, through constantly working it out and mastering themselves. If they get knocked down, they learn how to fall. When I was studying martial arts, it took me months and months and months just to learn how to break a fall with grace so you don't break your arms or legs. You may drop down, but there's a positive way to drop down and a negative way. Instead of just falling down or out, say, oh, I'm falling, it's time to rest. That's a message of sacred words telling you it's not time to break down and fall apart. It's a good message from our body telling us it's just time to go and get some rest. It may take 15 minutes to talk to your meditation or womb affirmation. That's not what that says. It may take 15 minutes to talk to your spirit and another 15 minutes to talk to your spirit and another 15 minutes to do a womb meditation or a womb affirmation. Y'all, I don't know what was going on. It is golden time that will come back to you as a hundredfold. When we speak conscious words, we are speaking ourselves into power, into wellness. There was a bug. Into wellness, into whole. We are actually rebuilding it. We are healing our womb from all the traumas we have gone through. That's why our words and the thoughts are so powerful. We are always growing from our lessons, our experiences, and every day is the beginning. There's always a new healing opportunity to look forward to. We are divine by nature. We have been divine from the beginning of time, and we will be for all eternity. It was something on my screen that I didn't know what it was. Sacred silence. Y'all, sacred silence is important, right? So sometimes we as women can talk too much. Hi, my name is Goddess, and I talk a lot. Let us be mindful of our words. Some talk uplifts and encourages, other talk can destroy one's spirit and bring harm to one's soul. Nevertheless, healing talk coming from healthy whole beings can take you on a high and heal your world and everyone in it. There will come a time in your sacred development when you will have purified your soul so much that you will become quiet and still. You will rest from talking. You will have purified your heart, your feelings of jealousy, judgment, anger, rage, guilt, bitterness, wickedness, okay, and other negativity that separates you from the Creator and keeps you agitated and in a state of toxic talking. With time and healing, all this will wash away in a bath of silence. There's a cosmic conversation going on within you, but you have to be quiet to hear this sweet language of the unspoken. In the stillness of your inner silence, your purity will allow you to hear the language of the trees, the grass, the wind, the language, the rays of the sun. Spirit and nature speak the same language, the language of the Creator. Y'all think Pocahontas talking to that tree was crazy? No. Some of them movies is really sent here for us to pay attention to, okay? Like, y'all gotta listen to the trees sometimes, listen to the wind. There's a message there, but you gotta be able to hear that, So I better go watch Pocahontas again. I am not, and I state this on the record and for the record, I am not encouraging you to go out here and be in cahoots. With John, okay? I was trying to find sacred words to make that, sacred, but I'm not encouraging that, period. There, as your sacredness fills you more and more, you will step into a world of peacefulness, a place where the life energy is just waiting to answer your questions and help you attain your full magnificence. Enough talking, do a talk fast. Go within, pray, and meditate. In this way, you will ignite your spiritual powers and they will quietly impart answers you may be seeking. When you find yourself quiet in a world of so much activity, the world may see you as detached or aloof. Child, and be in reality, but in reality, you're within the sweet, quiet state that comes from inner listening and deep purification. Through silence, ouch, through silence, you will discover that when you do not speak, your words will carry more weight and be more profound because you have gathered energy from your power source, that silent place of inner peace. As you quiet, as your quiet sacredness unfolds, you will come to know and understand the blessings of detachment. Through detachment comes purity. As I try to sit up straight. When you experience a loving state of detachment, it is your advantage and to the advantage of others, for then you have the capacity to love unconditionally, the ability to allow love to flow into you and through you uninterrupted. That is freedom. The freedom to love no matter what. When you are in a loving, detached, quiet state, know that the magical peace that you are experiencing is undisturbed by conditions, circumstances, peoples, utterances, or mood swings. There are many blessings that being in your quiet state of detachment can bring. When people are in your life actively and you are interacting in a good way, you feel blessed. And when it is time for them to move on, you feel equally blessed. You are able to release them to go and grow. The gift of peace is that nothing disturbs your inner stillness. If someone says, I love you, it's good. And if they say the opposite, it's still good. And because you trust in the Most High living within you, and you know that all that happens to and through you is good. You have faith that things are working out in your behalf, and this makes you stronger. This makes you stronger and wiser and gives you spiritual muscle. Use every experience to lift you up as you advance spiritually on the path of purification and sacredness. Keep peace at the center of your life as the quiet state of loving detachment flowers from your talk fast. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. Thank you for that brief moment. A talk fast experience. So at the bottom of page 150, she talks about an experience or, how to do a talk fast. I highly recommend that you read that. And then on the following page of 151, she talks about quiet herb tonic. All right, so this is your tea. All right, so this is a tea to quiet and still the soul. Enjoy it during your talk fast, which is 1 teaspoon of dried chamomile, 1 teaspoon of dried hops, and 5 to 10 teaspoons, or my bad, not teaspoons, 5 to 10 drops of valerian extract. And then she instructs you on how to make it. Again, y'all know how to make tea. Yes? All right. Journal entry for sacred words. You can read that on page 151. And then on page 152, she goes into the dietary or the transitional dietary practices for gateways 1 to 3 before breakfast. she has something and she says, see page 80. She has a breakfast, which is freshly prepared juices, and fruit juice, fruits as well, acidic fruits like grapefruits, lemons, limes, oranges, tangerines, subacidic fruits like apples, pears, plums, cherries, berries, and peaches. And she says no bananas. Do not mix acid and subacidic fruits together. Um, and no bananas. No bananas. Bananas are such a filler though, so I understand if you're a big banana consumer, um, how difficult this may be. Include cooked whole wheat, dairy-free pancakes. Ooh, she do say you can have some pancakes. So she's not taking away your carbs. I'm here for a good pancake. Actually, I'm here for a good waffle too. But did y'all see that? How happy I just started to get about some food? Like, anyways, with maple syrup 1 to 3 times a week, or rice, soy, sesame, or almond oil. For lunch, she recommends freshly pressed vegetable juices, 8 to 12 ounces, with the Heal Thyself Green Life formula, large raw salad, use red or green cabbage as a base, adding okra, kale, cauliflower, turnip greens, mustard greens, broccoli, or seaweed in any form. No tomatoes, but include plenty of sprouts such as alfalfa and mung bean. And I love tomatoes too. Like, follow it, give it a try. So the proteins she says are good are sprouts, beans, peas, tofu. I don't eat that. Lentils, textured vegetable protein, which is also TVP. If you are a flesh eater, meaning you eat meat, all right, in transition, prepare baked fish, soy chicken, or organic chicken 1 to 3 times a week. You can also include raw soaked nuts, almonds, filberts, walnuts, pecans. She says to avoid cashews and peanuts, including roasted peanuts, and seeds, sunflowers, and pumpkin. Y'all, I love a good cashew. I had to stop eating peanut butter though because peanut butter was affecting my cycle. So I don't know what it was about peanut butter, but when I was eating a lot of peanut butter because I was trying to gain some weight, it started to throw my cycle off, and I was not appreciating that because very in tune with my cycles. So when it didn't come on, I had to think about, okay, well, what did I eat that kind of threw my cycle off? And I realized I had been consuming a lot of those. They were like protein peanut butter crunch bars, and they were so good though. Like they provided me with plenty of energy, um, but they just didn't go well with my cycle, right? So I definitely said I was not gonna say the word right no more. Anyways, you may eat grains 4 to 7 times a week. These foods must be eaten in moderation. Choose one of the following: millet, bulgur, brown rice, couscous, baked white potato or yam, corn on the cob, steam or eat raw, whole wheat and sprouted bread. I love all that. Dinner, repeat lunch, but after the sun goes down, do not eat proteins or starches. Eat only live food. For examples, fruits, salads, and vegetables, steamed vegetables, vegetable soup, or broth. So, when the sun go down, don't be around here trying to snack on any potato chips. Don't be trying to get around here and go and eat your little Debbie cake. Don't do it, sis. Don't do it. You got 7 days and you can do this. You can do it. Put the Debbie cake down. Debbie ain't helping you. Little Debbie just she's just taking it all. All right. So dietary support. So she has some nutritional supplements that she recommends. And she also provides you with the amount that you should take them 3 times a day with juice is what she recommends for the Heal Thyself Bring Life formula. She also has chlorophyll, wheatgrass, and to add that to distilled water, powered spirulina. Y'all, I got all of that. I have, yeah, I got all of that. I got the chlorophyll. I don't have my chlorophyll in a powder form. I actually have chlorophyll in the liquid form, and I like it because it has like this mint taste to it. It's kind of minty, but um I messed around and put like I was like, oh, I'm just gonna face this chlorophyll with a syringe, right? And I just like put a whole bunch of it in my mouth because I just wanted to see, and it made me kind of sick. So please don't do that. I highly recommend that you don't do that. Okay, please don't. Mm-mm. Skip that step if you can. So yeah, if stressed, she recommends to take 25 to 50 milligrams of vitamin B complex, or you may have skin eruptions. Vitamin B complex also strengthens the nervous system and rejuvenates skin and hair. For poor memory and poor circulation, take 1 teaspoon of granulated lecithin. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. But it's spelled Lecithin. Helps to clear out the arteries for increased circulation. Take 500 to 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily to build immune system and fight colds and infections. Ester C is easier on the digestive system. Also, you can eat your oranges and grapefruit to also get that vitamin C absorption. Papaya is also high in vitamin C. Um, I'm trying to think of another vitamin C rich fruit, but they're escaping me, so we're just going to keep on moving. Heal Thyself Breath of Spring is optional. 3 drops twice a day with warm water, particularly during hay fever season. I'm not even sure what season that is in. Okay, internal cleansing. Take an enema 3 times a week. Begin by taking enema 7 nights in a row, then continue 3 times a week throughout the weeks you are journeying gateways or gates 1 through 3. Also, take 3 tablets of Cara Sagarda with 8 ounces of water before bedtime every other day for deep cleansing. Take 1 to 3 colonic irrigations during a 21-day fasting period. Y'all, when I found a place to go get me a colonic, it's going on. And never mind. That's probably TMI. But um, moving right along. Physical activity. Do your dance of the womb exercises 15 to 30 minutes daily. See Gateway 3, sacred movement. Do fire breath meditations 5 to 15 minutes daily, right? And remember to increase that by 100 through each gateway. Put 1 to 4 pounds of Epsom salt in your bath 7 nights straight, or use 1 pound of Dead Sea salt with same routine. Y'all, this is important. Please make sure y'all doing this. These are your rejuvenation baths. Take time for soaking 15 to 30 minutes, then shower off all the salt. Do not use bath salts if you have high blood pressure. Please don't do that. Okay. Uh, if you have high blood pressure, I'm gonna need you to go right now and figure out how you cannot have high blood pressure. That sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure you can find a holistic way to power through that because it's it's a consumption thing, right? So hopefully this will assist you in getting your body back to a natural, regular homeostasis. Boil, heal thyself. Oh, heal thyself Master Herbal Formula 2. Boil 5 to 6 cups of purified or distilled water. Turn off the flame. She's just telling you how to prepare that particular formula. Queen of Fluids Rejuvenation Clay application. Follow the instructions in chapter 3 of part 2 and gateway 4 Sacred Beauty. Other nature other nature cures. Drink 2 to 4 quarts of distilled water daily. You may add the juice of 1 lemon or lime and or a sacred crystal to the water. Do not swallow the crystal. I didn't think she needed to say it, and I'm pretty sure some of y'all out there was like, I'm glad she said that. But we ain't gonna talk about y'all. Please don't drink that crystal because what goes in must come out, and you don't want that. Don't drink the crystal. Sacred Words, 7-day transformation work. All right, so she goes through and she provides some guidance on ways to speak. Identify and write down words or phrases that block you from your blessings. Identify and make 2 lists in your journal, one for words or phrases that disempower you, and another list of words or phrases that empower you. So how you can do this is instead of saying I'm sick, saying I'm detoxing. Instead of saying I hate my job, say I'm seeking other employment. Instead of saying I'm trying, say I am doing. Instead of saying I can't, say I can. Instead of I don't have, say I have all that I need to get what I want. Instead of saying I hate him or her, say I accept how he behaves, even if I don't agree with her behavior. It took me a long time to get to that last one. It took me a long time to come to that, like because I would write it quick. I would say it so quick. Oh, I can't stand so and so, or I hate so and so. And then I remember my granny. Like my y'all will understand. Like my granny is like my rock. She my solid. She my wind. She my tree. Like I learned a lot from my granny. But she would say, you don't never tell no. You don't never say you hate nobody. That's ugly. And I used to be like, actually, I'm and then I would just, kind of be quiet. But always never say you hate nobody. And it wasn't until I got older that I understood why, and it's just such a strong. It's a strong word. It's a strong frequency, and to have somebody have that much power over you, to say that you can't stand them or you dislike them that much that you actually want to use that word is given too much to give, right? So also be careful not to make yourself or others ill through your choice of words. When you transform and restore the healing power of your words, you will transform and restore harmony in your life. And when you restore harmony in your life, you are restoring a dimension in the universe. So understand just how powerful you are. And if we can restore dimensions in the universe, think about all the other realities we can create. So keep that in mind. Like I'm a reality creator, I'm a dimension creator. I think that's important. That's how I think. You ain't got to think like that. Think however you want to think. Your brain, your world. I'm just here. Experiment with other ways to purify your words. Commune with individuals who speak from the heights. Okay, and I think what she means, well, speak to people who speak highly, who have like the same frequency you on, or you wish to get to. Surround yourself with those type of people. Eat and live, eat to live, or eat not eat to live. Eat live, organic, vegetarian foods that feed the mind. Avoid sugar in all forms unless it's natural sugar from fruit. Even my child knows she can't really be around here eating no fruit. I mean, sugar. She can eat fruit all she want, but when we go to the grocery store or we see a recipe and it has sugar in it, she was like, sugar is for killing people, and sugar is bad for you. Like I let her watch how sugar is actually made, and it kind of blew her little mind. Like, oh my gosh, sugar is trash. Yeah, it really is. It's trash. It's all man made. They break it down and rebuild it to some other type of structure. So she knows the best type of sweeteners for her are like agaves or honey or you know fruit. But it's kind of tickling me right now that my daughter um, knows that sugar is trash. We'll use sugar if we need to for like body scrubs or something of that, but I don't cook with sugar. I haven't cooked with sugar in years, and yeah, I don't cook with it. Um, and I make sure my daughter knows that she doesn't need to cook with it either, because your food can be just as tasteful with using natural sweeteners. Drink 2 quarts of water daily to help flush negative thoughts out of your system and energy field. Y'all, I had my H3O. I was trying to remember how to say it. But yeah, I have my coconut water, so I'm feeling good. And I still actually have the coconut because, well, that ain't none of y'all business. But moving right along. Daily for the next 7 days, flush out old impacted waste and gases from your colon with enemas, herbal laxatives, okra, flaxseed, or freshly prepared apple juice. If you have a clean colon, you have a clean mind and express itself by speaking sacred words. So when people say you full of like you literally sometimes are filled with energies that don't belong in your body. And then when energies don't belong in your body, then other energies come and cling to you, which can be in the form of negative thoughts, negative speeches. So the cleaner your colon, the cleaner your heart, the cleaner your mind. So making sure you're defecating on a regular basis is absolutely a necessity for a higher frequency lifestyle. So if you poop or defecate, use the bathroom, or have a bowel movement, in case you don't understand, every like what 2 days, sweetheart, we need you to be vibing a little bit higher. Like it's giving what's going on. Why are you pooping every 2 days? You should be, having a bowel movement at least twice a day. And I'm going to say at least twice a day because I'm sure you consume food more than one time a day. So, like, my daughter knows to tell me, and I'm not saying that y'all got to do this, but you have to hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to yourself or have a bowel movement calendar. Like, okay, I had a bowel movement yesterday. For some reason, I didn't have one the other day. Figure out how to regulate that, sis. Get in that bathroom, go sit down, say, can't go out with you tonight. It's something stuck up in here and I need to flush it out of my system. Hold yourself accountable for the things that are holding you back and holding you down. Okay. And sometimes the things that are holding you back and holding you down lie within, and you need to figure out how to purge them out. Okay. Um, Avoid cursing yourself or others in the open or in silence. I practice that daily. I also practice utilizing my throat chakra. So I'm trying to find a really nice balance here, guys. I really am. Be truthful at all times, but I do a really good job of not cursing out people, I must say. It's just, sometimes I have a slip up occasionally of, that song that just went through my head. No, okay, that's not the time. Be truthful at all times. Avoid lying. Partake of spiritual conversations with others. Speak of spiritual development, of ascension, of self healing, and of the release of one's condition. Encourage others in conversations to release poisonous words, ways, and toxic habits out of daily life. Avoid intoxicants and toxins, drugs, alcohol, sugar, table salt, flesh, and fast food. No McDonald's, no Wendy's, no Burger King, no KFC, no, no, just no. No Henny, none of that. No, no tequila, no, none of that. No sangria. Sangria be popping, but it's a no, sweetheart. Um, it's a 7 day. It's 7 days. All right, avoid it for 7 days. Okay, write 9 empowering affirmations in your journal to build your new lifestyle. Be observant of how your friends or associates talk about you, baby, because people will try to talk over you, about you, right in front of you, and try to pass it off like it's cute. Oh, girl, you know what? Sometimes you just so crazy. What? You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you gotta correct people because they'll just say stuff and they'll think that it's okay, or like, girl, you such a bitch. Your mama, like, excuse my language, but sometimes people say stuff to you and it's like, first of all, sis, you know what I'm saying? Like you just have to let people know, like, nah, you ain't gonna say that to me, about me, or none of that. Like, not today. Like, don't say that to me, or find a way that is flowing with the conversation to let that person know that it's a no. Okay. Wash your words wash your words the way you wash your walls and floors. And if y'all ain't around here cleaning y'all walls and floors, then I highly suggest you start. Period. Uh, to master your words, work with the following tools: a tape recorder, a video camera. Honor yourself as an African being. Slow down your life enough to observe and record your words in these next 7 days. And that's why I'm so grateful that I'm doing this, like, honestly, because it allows me to grow. It is I'm grateful for the growth, because I'm gonna be able to go back and say, you know what, look how look how you were, you know what I'm saying? Look how you were just doing your best to grow your voice again, to regain uh, this platform of speaking and engaging with an audience again. And I know I'm going to be able to say, and look at how well I am doing now with my speaking engagements, and having that much power and presence when I speak to people, because it's important for me, because I am becoming a great speaker again. I am learning how to engage with people. It may not, okay, one person watched the video, two people, nobody watched the video, like, that's all right. But it's really a growth for me, is me continuing to show up and say I'm not going to quit. That's what it's about, and I am going to be extremely grateful at the end of this, because I'm gonna say, I completed that. So I am going to just really be looking forward to the end of a new beginning, when I complete this Sacred Woman read aloud for you all and for myself. Um, so I'm giving gratitude right now for the growth that's to come. As you continue to purify your life daily through sacred words, thoughts, and deeds on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual plane, the words coming out of your mouth and back to you will be words of power, light, and healing. You will speak sacred words to sacred souls. Hello. Talk fast. Perform a talk fast over the next 7 days. Speak only when necessary. Watch each word spoken. Don't talk for hours. Watch your words become pure and organic. Observe a 7 to 12 hour talk fast, alone or with others who are doing the same practice throughout the week. Choose appropriate flower essence from the listed on pages 138 through 139 to support your sacred word transformation work. Sacred word affirmations. Finally, speak the following affirmation daily, particularly after the morning and evening prayer and meditation to begin to reclaim your natural and sacred self through your words. You ready? All right. My life reflects the levels of the words I speak. Today I am transforming my life to express my higher good through energizing, healing words. And then at the bottom, there is my sacred word end of the week commitment. I commit myself to establishing and continuing the wisdom of Tahuti and the power of sacred words in all areas of my life. She has a signature and date on there. So at the end of your 7 day journey, make sure you sign and date that. Congratulate yourself. Take yourself out on a date. Go get you a nice smoothie bowl or a nice salad, something to continue to uplift and enrich you on a high frequency level. Take a walk by the beach, get into nature, go to a park, do some yoga, get into your sacred woman movement, okay? Do something to congratulate and reward yourself for completing this 7 days of sacred words, okay? I'm not a saint, okay? However, do your best. All right. Even sometimes I make mistakes, even sometimes I mess up, and that's okay. Because I continue to tell myself and I'm gonna tell y'all I'm a work in progress. All right. I realize that every day I wake up, I'm grateful that I woke and I'm grateful that I get another chance to try again. And I'm grateful that I'm still a work in progress. And I'm grateful that the Most High is taking beautiful time to help cultivate me into the woman that I know I'm meant to be. So continue to love on you. Continue to affirm that you are loved. Continue to affirm that you deserve a beautiful, magnificent, nourishing, gentle, giving, kind love. Okay. Bring in all of this. Call it in, claim it over your life, because if not, somebody else will claim something else over you that is not intended or wasn't in the plans for you. So you have to be proactive against anybody out there wishing you anything less than what you deserve, anything less than what the Most High has created or intended for you. You are the altar, sis. So take care of yourself, love yourself, practice your sacred words. And speaking of sacred words, real quick before we go, before I get into like this all high mighty, speech or whatever. Yesterday I was walking, me and my daughter, and I didn't really feel like talking too much, but there was somebody behind me who wanted to talk to me, and I just didn't want to engage because I was practicing my sacred words. And I could hear this particular person continuing to speak and just say stuff. And, it's not all the time that I'm out that I really want to like speak to people. It's like, I'll wave or I'll smile or whatever to, to just put out that, frequency of, peace in the world. But I don't really feel it's necessary for me to have to engage back with other people, because that's an energy transfer. And who says that you're worth, the energy transfer? And sometimes I just have to know, like, today I'm choosing to just be quiet, and I reserve that right to do so. And you can do that. Just because somebody speaks to you, it doesn't mean that you have to speak back to them. You know what I'm saying? So I just found it very peculiar. Hmm, that's strange. That this person was kind of like taunting me, because I didn't want to engage in speaking with them. I don't know this person, and he was mad old, like real old, like granddaddy old. So, and and although he was an elder, he was giving. He ain't none of my elder. Let me say that for the record. For the record, not on the record, he ain't my elder. But it just was weird. It was a very strange vibe. My daughter was like, shot him a unit, and I was like, don't do that, because I ain't got time. So, mm-mm. Don't let nobody make you speak to them. If your spirit don't feel it, you don't have to do it. And I raised my daughter the same way. Like, I don't make my daughter, like, I don't make her talk to people. If she don't want to talk to you, she ain't got to talk to you. Like, and that's not a disrespect thing. That's showing my daughter that she has a right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to speak to everybody. You don't have to, like, sometimes when we was little growing up, your mom used to be like, oh, go hug so and so. I don't really want to hug so and so. My daughter has that right to refuse you to touch her. Okay. And that's how we should be thinking about certain things. I ain't trying to get too deep into that, but it's important that we teach them at a young age the rights that they have, even as little people. Know your body don't belong to everybody. Know your words are not for everybody. Yes, you have the right to say yes, no, and anything else in between that is fitting for you to, you know, assert yourself. Like, let's be clear on these things, right? So my spirit just was not into it to engage with this particular entity today. It's funny, I called them entity. But yeah, it just wasn't giving. And I found some of the things he was saying was like kind of funny. But for the most part, I really wasn't feeling his energy. So even when you go on this journey of reserving your sacred talk and sacred speech, or sacred words, excuse me, know that you can possibly be tested. You will continue to be tested. It's how you choose to respond in that test, or how you choose to react, or the lack thereof reaction, right? Because I'm pretty sure he probably wanted me to say, could you shut up, or something like that, but silence was best fitting for that particular situation. Um, so take your time. You might have to practice sacred word a couple times. You say, okay, I did my sacred word this week. I really liked how it went, but I know I could have done better. I'm going to practice sacred word plus our next chapter, chapter 7, which is about sacred foods. I'm going to practice that, sacred word and sacred food again. So I'm going to do 2 weeks of sacred words, and then I'm going to start on my sacred foods, and I'm going to just continue this throughout my journey. But you should always be practicing your sacred words. But maybe you just go into it with a little bit more intention, right? So, with that being said, with me coming through and just stating some of the things that was just on my mind and on my heart about sacred words and practices, and some one of the challenges I have faced with using sacred words. Um, I'm sending off love. I'm sending out light and I'm signing off lovingly.